The past 4.5 years, Ron and Ann Mainse have hosted 100 Huntley Street together, Tuesday through Thursdays. Reynold and Kathy Mainse filled the host chairs on Monday. It's hard to believe that we've been without them for almost half a year. It's felt a little strange doing fall without one of the season's biggest fans celebrating here every day. Thankfully, Ann has been here to host Friday Full Circle. Well, 6 months ago, yeah, that's really at the end of April. This couple was heading out for vacation, and I think I might have been the last person to see you before you left Canada.
Actually, yes. The date specifically was May the 15th.
Oh, was it?
It was May the 15th.
That far in?
Yeah.
You know, see, there you
but
go.
That's okay.
There's my left hemisphere.
You know what? Certain things just are ingrained in your brain and they don't go away. So, yeah.
I don't think people realize that you didn't even get on the plane to leave for vacation before the sky fell in the form of a phone call.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I got a call saying that this, and I don't know if some of the viewers saw yesterday's. I won't go into a lot of the same detail. I'll let Ann do more speaking today. It's good to be on the couch with you here, though.
Isn't it nice?
Yeah.
I think we just feel God's blessing here
Yes,
today.
we do. Well, it was our 25th wedding anniversary. We just celebrated our 25th anniversary in July, but it was the middle of May when we thought we could pull all of our kids together because they work at one of the Circle Square ranches all summer, and so we really don't have much time as a family in the summertime. So we thought middle of May. We had been dreaming about, doing something as a family for years and planning it for months, and so finally we were at the Buffalo airport at our gate waiting to board our plane to fly down to Florida, where Andrea, our daughter, had just been on a school trip with her class, and they had dropped her off at a Wendy's in Florida. She had her suitcase and her sleeping bag, and she was waiting for us at the Wendy's for us to land and then pick her up and then start our vacation together. And we were at the gate at the Buffalo airport when we got a phone call.
Saying that this investment that we'd been involved in and that we thought was a wonderful thing and encouraged some others, family and friends, to participate in, that it all kind of had fallen apart, and that a joint investigation between the SEC in the States and the OSC and these securities commissions north and south of the border had come out with an allegation that this gentleman that we had put our trust in, that was a friend, was actually operating a Ponzi scheme, one of these illegal investment schemes. And so what a way to start. But it just hit us like a ton of bricks that my goodness. And then we thought of all the other people that were involved. And we thought, Lord, what do we do? Help us. And it was not the best start to a vacation, we might say, Moira.
In fact, you didn't say anything to the children for that holiday week together.
Yeah, well, our vacation was 2 weeks, was a 2-week vacation, but for the first week, the first full week into it, we couldn't tell the kids because our families were very close with that other family. Our kids were very good friends with their kids. And I mean, selfishly, I guess, we just wanted to have some sense of normalcy with our children for as long as possible on this much anticipated family vacation. And so finally, a week into it, we sat the kids down and we said, listen, we've got to share with you guys something that we found out just as we were leaving. And we told them everything that had been discovered. And, one of our kids looked at us and said, I wish you would have told us sooner because we could have been praying with you. Oh. And so that was the first of just many moments of God just saying, I've got you covered. I'm holding you close. Don't worry. And so our family just really
pulled together
a lot in a sweet way.
My favorite church marquee this week says, no one learns from their mistakes by blaming others. And I'm not casting blame, I'm just wanting you to see the face of the man whose name we are now all well acquainted with. There's Charles Ponzi, who he didn't start this investment scam, but he certainly made it infamous 90 years ago. The scripture says we are not unaware of Satan's schemes. Certainly this crisis and all of the Ponzi schemes that are popping up around North America are educating us. For some, what's Ponzi? Some of you didn't even know who he was. So I just thought we'd put a face to it today.
We certainly learned a lot
Yeah.
of what to do, what not to do, and how to, and I think it's important for even Christians. You sometimes, the person that you go to church with, or even Bible study with, and what have you, you never fully know, especially when it comes to someone trying to get your money, that even at the risk of jeopardizing a friendship, just to say, well, you know what, it's just kind of a personal policy that I need to check everything with third parties, with someone else, just to make sure everything is just right.
And not that
which we didn't do, which was a poor judgment.
Yeah, well, not that you want to be paranoid as well,
No.
but still, you have to do due diligence,
Yeah.
and that's one thing that we did not do. We naively trusted completely in the word of a friend. And
It's been a lot of focus on the money. But I'll tell you what rose to the top of my heart right away, because I know you have a large, supportive, loving family. You don't have a lot of close friends. This couple became very close, very trusted, very cherished, not just by you, but by your children. And maybe betrayal is the deepest cut.
Moira, there's so many layers to the pain of what we've been walking through since May the 15th, and you've tapped into one of the deepest, is the friendship. Of course, we have not had any contact with this couple since previous to May the 15th, and we left for our vacation. But so we have no idea, the depth or what they were thinking. But part of my heart still believes that the wife did not know what was happening. I became very close friends with her, and I can't imagine that she would have known. But that's not for me to decide. And I was just about to say we're praying for them. And Moira, we are praying for them. At first, when we first found out, we were so devastated. We were numb, first of all, but so devastated that we didn't know what to think or do or how to pray. But through this journey that we've been on for the last number of months, we've really come to the point where we can pray for them. We've come to a point where, in your mind, in your heart, that you must forgive people. But when someone hurts you so deeply, everyone knows it's hard to forgive.
Well, you used the word journey. Journey.
Well, partway through the summer, we were at a meeting, and the minister who was sharing, we were just in the audience, talked about forgiveness.
Can we say?
Yeah.
Sure. It was David Damien.
It was.
And he specifically, this is one of the blessings of God in the midst of this, that he invited you all to come and be a part of that particular meeting and
just to receive,
to be blessed
and
ministered to.
And so he brought up, for everyone there's a few thousand people there, that how important it is, if you're going to move ahead with God, have nothing holding you back, that if there's anything that you need to forgive someone of, that it needs to be done right away. And so we kind of looked at each other, and we kind of knew individually what we needed to do. And so in our hearts at that point, we said we release forgiveness to this person, and we knew it was so important to do.
And a part of it for me is in releasing forgiveness, I was also releasing the memories that we shared as families, because I found myself, I'd be driving down the street and I'd just burst into tears, because I would have a memory of our families being together doing something fun and thinking, was that real? Was there a genuine connection there? Because we don't know. And so really, in forgiving this individual, for me as the woman in this team here, I had to just release the memories and say, okay, God, I'm not going to dwell on those anymore. I'm not going to try to figure it out. I give that to you, and I leave it with you. And I found when I did that, Moira, there was it was truly the beginning of healing deep in me.
Now, your children were friends with the children of this couple. they've surely had to take this journey too. In fact, that scripture, we are not 2 Corinthians 2:11. We are not unaware of Satan's schemes. It's tied to unforgiveness. That is a comment following Paul saying, you know, don't let the enemy get a toehold in your life by holding on to bitterness and unforgiveness.
Yeah, this is definitely a journey that we've walked as a family. We've, spoken with the kids, especially our youngest was very, very good friends with their oldest. And so it was something that we've processed with him and just, yeah. And the kids are doing really well. This whole journey has strengthened us as a family. Ron and myself and our 3 kids are closer now than we've ever been.